Hi everybody. This week we're going to be talking a little bit of about gapping, what that is, how important it is, and especially with the clubs I'm going to start working with today, which is my zip core Cleveland wedges that have a huge amount of spin on them. Really good control as well for distance control and dispersion. I'll talk a little bit about that. But a little bit about the gapping, more so than anything, you must know how far you carry the ball to have confidence to hit shots at pins or over certain objects like water, bunker, if you're going to carry both for driving, mid-irons, rescues, but especially your wedges. And what we do here at St. Anne's Golf Club is I do a lot of what we call gapping. So I put you on my system called TrackMan, which is what behind me, and I use an app, which I'll show you a little bit at the end, that actually gives you your own personal readings. We also fit as well to do with bounce, loft, and so you have the right amount of wedges, anything from 2, 3 or 4 wedges in a bag to suit your game. And what I'm going to do is full shots rather than feel like 3/4 or half shots, because you can work off that quite comfortably. And there's other sessions I do where I work on your speed control to dictate your distances as well. But today is more about knowing about gapping, what's involved in that session, and we'll go through that. My name's William Noble. I'm the PGA professional here at St. Anne's Golf Club, and I hope you will get some benefit from this. I use a golf ball that suits me, which is the Pro V1X, or I also use the XV Strixon golf ball, either or, because they both work very similar to me depending on which one I have. I'm going to use my 50, 54 and my 60 degree, which is bent 62, and I hit them different distances. So I'll just go briefly through a few things that I do in my setup. The main one is when I set up to it, my elbows actually feel quite close to my body, so I'm actually quite connected all the way through. So with all my shots, it's the bigger muscles driving the ball, not my hands. They're there for connection. So what I'm going to do is hit 3 shots with each club. I'm going to set up like I normally do, very, very light grip, square, lovely balanced posture, get a feel for that connection, and then I pull the trigger. And then I just hit ball after ball, about 3 balls of each. All right, that's pretty good. I did this earlier as well, so my dispersion was very, 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 very straight. And the distances were pretty close to what they need to be for every shot. So for me, my 50 degree wedge is my 110 club. Carry wise is in and around about 95 to 100 yards depending on wind conditions. But the run out with a little bit of the 50 degree is 110. Then I move to my 54, which I will change the color on it so you can actually see the difference. I'll do that on my computer, so it gives me proper gapping, and it'll change the color to my next shot. I'll set up to it again, swing away. Let's make 54. Now these are going to carry very close to each other, in and around about 85 to 90 yards, but the big difference with the 54 is it doesn't run out as much. It actually stops within a few yards of each shot. Again, feeling connected. 3 shots with each, so they're in and around where I was talking about. Fairly tight dispersion, very straight, and that's part of getting the shaft right, line angle, and the lofts right. That was a slight miss hit. Be interesting to see how far that went. Yeah, just a little bit less. And then I'll go to my 60, which is bent to 62. So now when I stand over any shot, I know I'm going to hit it a certain distance. Might be a little bit left, right, but not much, because the dispersion is pretty tight with these. That means direction. So I can really take dead aim with it. And my 62 degree wedge is my what I call my 70 yard shot. So this will stop really quickly. Like that one carried just over 69 and stopped within 2 yards. Yep. That was actually a softer swing. But in and around it again, 65. That's it. So it's about keeping connected with regard to the wedge shots. That controls my club face, my speed, but also it controls the loft and bounce. But this tells me exactly how far I'm hitting, so this is why it's important to get a session like this done. So what I use is a golf app called TrackMan Golf, which it looks like this with all the these numbers on it, and there with all the dispersion. So if I go into something I did today, this morning, it'll come up if the internet allows it. So that's kind of what it looks like for the first few wedges I hit today. So the purple was my 62, as I said, my 54, and my 50 degree were near enough the same carry, just a little run out difference. So if I bring this up, it gives me my averages for each wedge. So 85, 80, 63. Then what it also does, it shows me where I missed them, mostly dispersion, if I'm a bit short or long. So everything's fairly straight. I hit a few 20% short and long, 60% right in the middle all the time. But it's a great little app for when we're working on dispersion. That's the total carry. Then it gives me my total as well. That's the total number. And that will also give me my averages for those as well, like there, which is 85, 80, 63. So with those for that's the carries. And then I always allow for the wind, so I know my 50 degrees 110, 54 is in and around about 90, 95, and my 60 is about 70 for carry. So this is what we call gapping. So you get this little app that helps you to do that with that. So I ask everybody to download it, even for their long game as well. And then what it looks like on the computer, or actually I'll show it to you here if I bring it in. That's it there. So if I just show you all what I've just done, so we'll go to here, go back, group sessions, that's them all there. That's it. So you just get them all together. So I'll just show you now. Just there you go. So you can see that's a little bit of, that's a miss hit, that one there. There's my 62s. This is an average where my 54s are, and then this one up here is my 50 degree wedges. Now if I go back and I'll go out of that, I'll go back to my history. I'll show you now. Start, and then William Noble, that's me. We'll go there. That shows all the 8 shots, and we're going to get the we're going to click on all of those. That's them there. So there's the ones I hit earlier, and that includes 1 or 3 that we combined there for there. So there's my 62, 54s, that's the miss hit there, and then the blues is my 50. So it's showing me all my gapping, and then this number down here is the important one, the carry 95. So that's something that I do out on the golf course, both over in the pitching area, but I do all the gapping and all the scientific stuff here in the swing room. But before we get into the gapping, I make sure your wedges are fitted and you don't have too many clubs or 2 wedges doing so much the same thing. And I double check it with myself as well, what ball works best with me with that. So I hope this has helped, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.